Good morning, student. Today we will discuss our 6th unit, Test and Measurement in Sports. Test. In scientific term, test is an instrument or tools used to obtain data on specific trait or characteristic of an individual. Generally, test it is an instrument which is used to collect the internal data. For example, if you want to know the weight of a person, then you use the instrument that is weighing machine. So, weighing machine it is a test which is used to collect the internal data, that is to collect the weight of a person. Okay, test it is an instrument. For example, weighing machine, stethoscope, stadiometers, flexometers, etc. These are the tests. These are the instrument. These are the tests which is used to obtain a data. The test should measure the quality for which it is should be used, and tests should be simple, accurate, and easy to administer. Evaluation of measurement. Measurement it is an aid to evaluate. It consists of numerical value or scientific score by expert, also known as raw score. Means measurement it is the reading or result which we get from the test. For example, weighing machine it is a test, and from weighing machine we get a reading that is 60 kg. Then this 60 kg is your measurement. Okay, measurement it is a raw score which we get from the test. It is always in number form. Evaluation. For evaluation, test and measurement are prerequisites. Evaluations means subjective judgment of a data which we get from the test. Okay, it is a subjective judgment based on interpretations or analysis of data which we get from the test. In evaluation, two steps. First, we make the comparisons of data which we get from the test with some standard norms, and after comparing we make a decision. This is known as evaluation, subjective judgment. Okay, test evaluation it is a subjective judgment of a data which we get. For example of test, measurement and evaluation. For examples, test is a instrument, measurement it is a reading, it is a result, and evaluation it is a judgment. Test, for example, weighing machine it is a test. Measurement 50 kg, 60 kg it is a measurement, and whether he is underweight, overweight, this is the evaluation. For example, if you want to know the health of a person, whether he is underweight, overweight, through the body mass index, then you will conduct the test, measurement, in evaluation. For example, you will know his weight. For knowing his weight, you want an instrument that is weighing machine, and from weighing machine you get a result that is his weight 60 kg, and after that you make the evaluation of that result. You make the evaluation of that results and make the decision whether the person is underweight, overweight, or healthy. Or for example, question paper, if you want to know the mental ability of a child, then you conduct the test. For example, question paper it is a test, and the marks the student obtain 100 marks, 80 marks, then this his score 80 marks, 90 99. This score, it is a measurement, and evaluation is whether the child is pass, fail or excellent. This is a evaluation. Tests and measurement are very important for the process of an individual. Tests and measurement also play an important role, especially in physical fitness component. Motor fitness, skill, ability of a skill. Some tests and measurement in sports are motor fitness test, Harvard step test, Rickley and John test, cardiovascular fitness test, etc. Let's discuss motor fitness test, also known as Khelo India National Fitness Test. In this test items, motor fitness test, in this test there are 7 test items, that is 50-meter sprint, 600-meter run walk test, sit and reach test, partial curl up test, push up, standing broad jump, shuttle run. These are the 7 test items to measure the fitness test of an individual. First test item, that is 50-meter sprint or standing start 50-meter sprint test. This 50-meter sprint test is used to measure the speed or acceleration of a person's. Okay, 50-meter sprint is used to test. The purpose of this test is to determine the accelerations and speed. Usually the short distance running, through short distance running we measure the speed, we measure the acceleration of an individual, and through long distance running like 600-meter running, when the athletes participate in long distance running, then it helps to measure the endurance of a person's. Here in this test items, the athletes has to run 50-meter sprint. Therefore this test helps to determine the accelerations and speed. Accelerations means ability to achieve your maximum speed. In 50-meter sprint, this is known as standing start, because in this the athletes has to run from the standing positions. Equipment required: measuring tape, stopwatch, cone, flag, clean surface of at least 70 meters, etc. How procedures: before performing any test items, you have to do a warming up exercise. If you do warming up, it helps to prevent injury. Therefore, first do a warming up. After that, you do some rehearsal, some practice. Some practice start and accelerations. After that, you should stand on a starting line, and on the command of go, you have to run as fast as possible in a minimum possible time. Scoring: you will get 2 trial and the best time is recorded, and the time stop when the chest cross the finish line. Evaluations: the timing is compared. The timing for evaluations can be compared. The teachers create his own norms for evaluations, or his timing is compared with some standards norms. This is the procedure of 50-meter sprint test. Next test items is 600-meter run walk test. This test is used to measure the cardiovascular endurance of a person's. Okay, long distance running, it is used to measure the cardiovascular endurance. Equipment required: you required running track, cone, recording seat, stopwatch, assistance, etc. Before before performing these test items, you should perform warming up. After warming up, do some practice, and after that you will stand on the starting positions, and on the command of go you will run or walk for a 600 meters as in the shortest time. Scoring and the time is noted in minutes and seconds. Evaluations, timing is evaluated with some standards norms, or the teachers make his own norms and compare his time with these norms. Sit and rest test. Sit and rest test is used to measure the flexibility of lower back. Okay, sit and test is used to measure the flexibility of the lower back. In sit and rest, you need a wooden box. Sit and rest wooden box. Measuring ruler, length scale to measure the length. In this test items also, first do a warming up. If you do warming up, your flexibility will also improve, and there will be the less chance of injury. So first perform a warming up. After performing warming up, sit down on the floor. Your legs should be straight, knees should be straight, and the sole of the feet, your sole of the feet is placed against the sit and rest box. Your both knee should be straight, should be locked and pressed flat to the floors. Now stretch your hand forward toward the sit and rest box and try to reach maximum towards the sit and rest box, and hold that positions for some time, that is approx 2 seconds. Hold that positions and measure the distance. The distance is measured in inch by the ruler or length scale. If you touch scoring, if you touch this is the methods. Your leg is stretched on a sit and rest. Your foot is placed on a sit and rest box. Then your hand, then you try to reach as forward as possible. Then hold that position for some time, and this final positions is measured through our rulers. If you touch the sit and rest box, you will get 0 score. If it is stressed more, its score is in positive. If it does not touch, then the score is in negative. Evaluation, his length is compared with norms. Evaluations can be compared, or teachers create his own norms. 4 test items, that is partial curls up test. In partial curls up test, this test is used to, this is partial curls up test. This test items is used to measure the abdominal strength, and endurance. For this, you require clean surface, recording seat, pen, assistance, etc. For this, do a warming up. After that, you will lie down on the floor, and your knee should be bent. Okay, first lie down in supine positions. Knee are flexed, that is bent, and the distance is the distance of your feet from your buttock is about 12 inch. 12 inch. Your feet should not be um your feet should not be or rest on any object. ठीक है, इसको किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट से हेल्प नहीं करना है. It is should be on the floor, and distance is 12 inch. Then your hands should be relaxed on your thigh. Now you have to stand up your head and down. Okay, the head is in a neutral position. The students slowly come up. The students shoulders come off of the mat until it is approach 2 inch, and then come down. This is the process. Your shoulders should be come up, approach 12 inch up, and then slowly come down. One complete sculls up in 3 seconds, 1.5 second up and 1.5 second down. And he has to do continuously. He has to maintain the rhythm. There should be no pause. During the up and down. Scoring the record the total numbers of curls up the subject has done. The one complete up and down is counted as 1. And evaluations, compare how many times he has done the passes curls up is compared with some standard norms, or the teachers create his own norms for comparing. Next is push up for boys and modify push up for girls. In push up you need a clean surface of floor mat, recording seats, pen, etc. How to perform? First, do a warming up. After doing warming up, you lie down in floor-line positions, and after that straight your legs. This is a push-up position. In this, your a stand push-up. For stand push-up for boys, your hand and toe should be on the floor. Your hand and toe should be on the floor. Your hands should be at a shoulder distance. Okay, this should be shoulder distance, and your legs should be slightly open, feet slightly apart, and your shoulders and your hand at a shoulder distance. Now you have to down till this you have to down till your elbow is 90 degree, and then up, down, and then up. You have to down till it's come 90 degree, right angles to the body, keeping your back, this position should be straight. Okay, standing push up, your hand and toe touching the floor. The body and leg is in a straight line, feet slightly open, hands should be shoulder distance, and feet should be slightly open, keeping the back, knees should be back and knees should be straight. And then he has to lower his body until there is 90 degree angles in his elbow. And for female modify push up, in modify push up it is same, but in place of knee, his knee should be bent Okay, in modified push-up, the knee touches the floor. In boys, the knee does not touch the floor, but if for female, the knee touches the floor, and the knee touches the floor, and this actions repeated. And same, just like a boy's, hands should be straight across shoulder distance, and then she has to come down until this elbow is 90 degree, and up down up down. Recording, she has to do a partial curl ups in a systematic manners without a pause. Record the total number of time correctly done, and evaluate the totals number he or she has done with some norms, or teachers create his norms for evaluation. Standing broad jump. Standing broad jump. This standing broad jump is used to check the length of the leg muscles. Is used to measure the strength of a leg muscle. Strength means ability of a muscle to overcome the resistance. How much your muscle has a strength, power. So standing broad jump is used to measure the explosive strength of the leg. Equipment required. You require measuring tape. Measuring tape consists of tape measured to measure the distance jump, non-slip floor for take-up, soft landing area, etc. How to perform? First, do a proper warming up. After doing the warming up, athletes, after doing this is a standing broad jump. First warming up. After warming up, the athletes stand behind the athletes. The athletes stand behind the starting line. His behind on the ground with slide. His feet should be slightly open. His knee should be bent. He bend his knee and he swing his hand. He swing his hand and then he jump forward as much as possible. Okay. For take up and landing is used with swing his arm, bending his knee, and try to jump as fast as possible. This is the methods. First, your feet should be slightly open, knees should be bent, and swing your hand and then jump as far as possible. Scoring maximum. The score is the maximum distance cover. You will get 3 attempts and the best one is recorded. Evaluations. Your evaluation is compared, or the teachers make his own norms for evaluation. Last test items is shuttle run, that is 4 into 10 meter test. This shuttle run is used to measure the speed, body control, and ability to change the directions. How fast he can change the directions without getting unbalanced. Okay, this test item is used to measure the speed, body control, and ability of a person's. Equipment required. You require 2 wooden blocks for each runners. Each block should be 10 into 5 into 5 centimeters. Marker cone, measuring tape, stopwatch, flat, non-slippery surface with or 2 lines meters apart. How to perform this shuttle run? This is the shuttle run. Okay. In this shuttle run, first mark a two line of distance 10 meters. This is 10 meters. Mark a two lines. Make a two lines of 10 meters apart, and keep the two cone. Keep a two wooden cone uh, two block are placed on line of the opposite. This is starting, and keep two cone here. First, the athletes perform a warming up. After performing the warming up, the participant stand behind the starting line, and on the command of go, he run. The participant this is 10 meter apart. Here's two wooden block. Here's the subject, the athletes stand. On the command of go, he run and pick the cone, and then turn back, and then keep the cone here, and then again he go forward, and then take the wooden block, and then come down as fast as possible, and after and his as fast as possible, and the time is recorded. Okay, the participant here's two wooden block. The participant stand behind the line. On the command of go, he ran, and he run and pick the wooden block, and turn back, and keep the wooden block on the starting line or beyond the starting line, and then again he run and pick the wooden block, and then come back as far as possible. In this trial, shuttle run, two trials are given, and the best time is recorded. Scoring: record the time taken to complete this test to nearest 1 decimals, second to the nearest 1 decimal place, and the score is better than the 2 times recorded. Evaluations can be compared his, or the teachers make his own norms for the evaluation. This is the methods to check the motor fitness test of a child, of an athlete. Okay, first, motor fitness test. To calculate the motor fitness test, there are 7 test items. 50-meter sprint to measure the speed of an individual, 600-minute run walk to measure the cardiovascular endurance, standing broad jump to measure the strength of the leg muscle, sit and wrist test to measure the flexibility, partial curls up to measure the strength and endurance of the abdominal, push up for measuring the strength and endurance of upper body part, and then standing broad jump, strength of the muscles, and last, shuttle run to measure the speed, agility, control of body, etc. These are the test items to measure the motor fitness test of an individual. Next, we have discussed test, measurement and evaluations. In this, once again I will tell you what is test. Test, it is a instrument. Okay, test, it is an instrument or tools used to obtain the data. Test is usually used to obtain internal data. For example, if you want to know the weight of a person, then you will use Weight machine is a test, or if you want to know the pulse of a person, then you use stethoscope. Okay, so instrument, it is a instrument used to obtain a data, and it should measure the quality for which it is used, and it is should be simple, accurate, and easy to administer. Some tests are weighing machine, stethoscope, stadiometers, flexometers, skin for calipers, etc. Measurement, it is the reading which we get from the test, or we can say measurement, it is a raw score which we get from the test. Evaluation is a subjective judgment based on interpretations and analysis of data which we get from the test.